Hundreds of people in debt enter 6 deadly games for a huge cash prize, win, and their lives change, lose, and they die. Gi-hun is one of those desperate people. He owes money to dangerous men, and his daughter may soon move to America with her family. Then, a stranger offers him money to play a simple game. After Gi-hun finally wins, the man gives him a card with a phone number. Desperate, Gi-hun calls. A van picks him up, but he is knocked unconscious on the way. Gi-hun wakes inside a huge dormitory with hundreds of other players. Masked guards soon announce the first challenge. Red light, green light. At first, it looks harmless. Then, a player moves at the wrong time and is killed. Panic spreads, but running only causes more deaths. Gi-hun almost falls, but another player catches him, and they both cross the finish line. After the game, the survivors demand to leave. The guards remind them that the competition can end if most players vote against continuing. But before the vote, a giant glass piggy bank appears above them. Every eliminated player adds more money to the prize. The final decision belongs to player 1, an elderly man. He votes to end the games. The survivors are released and returned to their normal lives. Outside, Gi-hun discovers that his mother is seriously ill. Without money, he cannot help her. The other players face the same reality: debt, desperate families, and no way forward. For many of them, the outside world feels almost as cruel as the games. So Gi-hun and most of the survivors choose to return. Back in the game, Gi-hun stays close to player 1, an elderly man with a brain tumor. He also joins Sang-woo, his childhood friend, and Ali, who saved him during the first game. They meet Se-byuk, a North Korean defector, and Deok-soo, a violent gangster. Choosing the right allies can mean survival. Earlier, Gi-hun reported the games to the police. No one believed him except Detective Jun-ho, whose missing brother received the same mysterious card. Jun-ho followed the players and entered the facility disguised as a masked guard. Now he searches for evidence while protecting his identity. For the second game, each player chooses a shape without knowing why. Gi-hun selects the umbrella, the hardest option. They must cut the shape from a thin sugar cookie without breaking it. Anyone who fails is killed. When Gi-hun notices that heat softens the sugar, he begins licking the cookie. The idea works, and he survives just before time runs out. After the game, one player kills another during a fight over food. The guards do nothing and simply add more money to the prize. The players realize they are allowed to kill each other. That night, Deok-soo and his group attack the weaker contestants inside the dark dormitory. Gi-hun's group stays together and survives until the guards finally stop the violence. The next game requires teams of 10. Gi-hun's team looks weak because it includes women and the elderly player 1. The challenge is tug of war above a deadly drop. Player 1 teaches them how to use balance and timing instead of strength. When they begin losing, Sang-woo orders everyone to step forward suddenly. The opposing team falls off balance. Gi-hun's team pulls them over the edge and survives. Behind the scenes, a doctor helps several guards remove organs in exchange for information about the next game, and the front man orders everyone involved to be killed because the games are supposed to remain fair. Jun-ho continues searching through old records. There, he finds a list of previous winners. His missing brother's name is on it. Jun-ho realizes his brother once survived the games, but he still does not know what happened to him afterward. For the next round, each player must choose one partner. Everyone assumes they will play as a team. Gi-hun chooses player 1. Sang-woo partners with Ali. Then the real rule is revealed. Each pair must compete against each other. Only one person from every pair can survive. Ali begins winning his marble game against Sang-woo. Unable to accept defeat, Sang-woo lies and promises he has a plan to save them both. He convinces Ali to hand over his marbles, then replaces them with stones. Ali trusts him and walks away. By the time he discovers the betrayal, it is too late. Sang-woo survives by sacrificing the man who believed in him. Player 1 becomes confused during his game with Gi-hun. Desperate to survive, Gi-hun takes advantage of his failing memory. But near the end, the old man reveals that he understood what Gi-hun was doing. Instead of fighting back, he gives Gi-hun his final marble. At the same time, Se-byuk's partner willingly loses after deciding Se-byuk has more reason to live. The game ends with Gi-hun, Sang-woo, and Se-byuk surviving, but none of them leave unchanged. Wealthy VIPs arrive to watch the final games. They bet on the players as if their lives were only entertainment. The remaining players choose numbers without knowing what they mean. The numbers decide the order for the next game, crossing a bridge made of glass panels. Each step has 2 choices. One panel is strong enough to hold them. The other breaks immediately. Players near the front are forced to test the path for everyone behind them. Deok-soo reaches the middle of the bridge and refuses to move. He expects the others to go first, but a woman behind him suddenly grabs him. She pulls Deok-soo off the bridge with her. Both are eliminated. One player is a former glassmaker and begins identifying the safe panels. The VIPs turn off the lights to stop him. When he hesitates near the end, Sang-woo pushes him forward. The man falls, but his death reveals the final safe panel. Gi-hun, Sang-woo, and Se-byuk cross just before time expires. The bridge then explodes, and a piece of glass badly wounds Se-byuk. Meanwhile, Detective Junho escapes the facility with evidence about the games. The frontman follows him to a cliff. When Junho removes his mask, he discovers the truth. The frontman is his missing brother, the same man who won the games years earlier. Junho refuses to surrender, so his brother shoots him, and he falls from the cliff. Only Gi-hun, Sang-woo, and Se-byuk remain. After a luxurious dinner, the guards leave each player with a knife. Se-byuk is already badly wounded by the exploding glass. She asks Gi-hun to care for her younger brother if she does not survive. Later, she collapses. Gi-hun calls for help, but while he is distracted, Sang-woo kills her. Now, only the two childhood friends remain. The last challenge is Squid Game, a violent game Gi-hun and Sang-woo played as children. They fight in the rain, knowing only one can leave with the prize. Gi-hun eventually defeats Sang-woo but refuses to finish him. Instead, he offers to end the competition so they can both go home. Sang-woo refuses and dies moments later, asking Gi-hun to help his mother. Gi-hun becomes the winner. Gi-hun is returned to the city with the prize money, but when he reaches home, he discovers that his mother died while he was away. For an entire year, he barely touches the money. He lives with guilt over everyone who died so he could win. Then he receives another mysterious card. The card leads Gi-hun to player 1. The old man is still alive. He reveals that he and other wealthy men created the games because they were bored and wanted entertainment. His illness was real, but he entered the competition for one final thrill. After revealing the truth, player 1 dies. Gi-hun finally begins using the prize money. He finds Se-byuk's younger brother and leaves him with Sang-woo's mother, along with a suitcase full of money. Then he heads to the airport to visit his daughter in America. But before boarding, he sees another recruiter inviting a desperate man into the same game. Gi-hun calls the number on the card. The organizers order him to get on the plane and forget what happened. Instead, Gi-hun turns around. The Squid Game is still running, and he decides to stop it.